We need help!
Should I shoot them?
Where's Nick? He wasn't there when I woke up.
Ford!
Dad! Making a mistake.
We don't need Strand.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rant Apocalypse Talks Fear, The Walking Dead. I'm Justin.
Hey, I'm Kelly, and together we are the world's greatest mother and son Fear the Walking Dead reviewer duo in the world.
Yes. I wanted to let everybody know up front, thank you so much for all the support on YouTube. We really appreciate it. We're up to, I think, 192 subscribers, which is badass. It's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And we also wanted to let everybody know we do a podcast as well. Yes, it's very rambling, which all of our stuff on YouTube is as well. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to just get our full-on, just crazy thoughts about the entirety of the episode. I mean, we went some really weird places.
Yeah, as usual. When we have a little more time, it goes off the rails.
It does indeed go off the rails. So let's get into our top moments from Season 2 of Fear the Walking Dead, Episode 4, Blood in the Streets. I dig that name. And in this episode, the group lets a family in distress board the Abigail. Not smart. Come on.
And I don't really think they let them either.
Chris should have shot their ass right there as they walked up to the boat. Well, they didn't walk up to the boat. I guess they floated up to the boat.
Yeah.
Strand's past begins to come to light, and Nick looks for an associate of Strand's. So let's get right into it with our top 3 moments. Number 3, uber creepy camp. I absolutely loved the opening of this episode of Fear the Walking Dead. It was super creepy. I didn't know what the hell Nick was doing. We walk up on that camp and it says, "Save me." And we got these helicopters flying everywhere, which is something that we haven't seen in a little bit. I'm like, okay, how much is the government still out there? Or are these just like random ass people with helicopters? Like Strand has a big ass yacht. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah, so it felt very Terminator-esque to me with this opening.
And that's what I felt like too, was that we were in the Terminator. You know, I could see a T2 or whatever coming out of one of those tents and chasing Nick.
Arnold.
Yes, I'll be back. No, can I say the one that I used to always say?
Yeah, I don't know what it is that you used to say, but do it.
Fuck you, asshole. And the sad thing
that's
is
perfect.
You were really young. I mean, really young when that came out, and you always wanted me to do that one. And that's how great of a mom I was. I was, telling my 12-year-old, "Fuck you, asshole."
That is like a spot-on Arnold impersonation. That is amazing. Also, we got Bloody Nick in this episode, and I know, you love that for whatever reason.
I do.
Super creepy.
He looks great, Bloody. I mean, he looks so good.
I think you liking Bloody Nick is even creepier than this opening. So, yeah. So let's move on. It was an awesome opening.
All right. So number 2, Strand's big reveal. Strand is actually a human. I mean, I've always thought he's very robotic. I don't know. He just seemed like he wouldn't fit into another human's life at all.
No, he's always been very matter-of-fact, very direct. Yeah, much like a robot would that has no emotions and wants to take you places that you don't know where they're taking you, and you don't know if they're going to kill you or not.
Once again, we go back to a Terminator kind of thing.
I know. Strand was the Terminator before. He still could be.
Yeah. And, Strand is a big, built-up kind of guy. He could definitely be a Terminator. He could be a robot. But I loved seeing his whole backstory. We kind of, it does humanize him.
Yes.
We find out more about how he got the boat and the huge house on the beach that looks so amazing. And actually, I guess he was sort of just borrowing it.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this backstory of Strand's. He's a character that a lot of us really like. I think you're still on the fence about whether or not you like Strand as much as I do. I think for me, Strand and Nick are my favorite characters on the show. And this definitely added a layer of depth to his character. He's not just out for himself. We actually find out that the real reason why he's trying to make it into Mexico is to get to his boo, Thomas Abigail, which was refreshing to me to see because I wasn't quite sure. I have my crazy theories of why they wanted to get to Mexico because Strand was going to sell them off
whole,
in.
Yes, the whole slave ring thing that you were
Yeah.
going for. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, I felt like Strand was going to be our ultimate bad guy on the show because they hadn't revealed a whole lot about him, and he was so cold and calculating. The way he cut Alex / Charlie, her rope to the boat from the raft, and I just thought this dude was going to turn into our bad guy and our villain, but it looks like that it might not be that way.
He's just a big softie. He's a
Yes.
sweet dude. And we did find out that he is not bad. And I mean, that was to me the ultimate thing, that he isn't the bad guy that we thought he was. So,
I still think the jury's out.
okay.
Jury's out for me because I still don't know if he is really into Thomas Abigail or if he's using him for his resources.
All right. Our number one moment looks like two.
What great last words to say. Looks like two. Pop, pop.
I know. To pop. As Louise just pops that redhead right between the eyes. What I loved about this whole scene was that it really makes us question who Luis
Yes.
really is. Obviously, he's not just a personal assistant gopher dude, because you don't have those kind of sniper skills and just be a personal assistant.
I wish I had a personal assistant like that. People talk shit to me. Luis, get him.
But I would be dead.
You would be dead from Luis? What you would like? What would you like? Talk shit
Yes,
to Luis,
because I
and he's
talk-
like, "Nah, I'm tired of your shit,
I-
Kelly. Pop."
No, I talk shit to you.
Oh, that's very true. Yes, you'd have to watch your
I'd be dead.
words around me if I had Luis as my personal assistant. Yeah, I love this scene as well. It was so badass. You see the head just popping and the blood splatter on the back of the boat. It was great. It reminded me so much of playing shoddy snipers on Halo. That's my favorite mode of Halo, and yeah, it really made me want to go play video games and go get some headshots because it was amazing.
Oh, I love when I do that, and then you get the little trophy that pops up that says, you've got 500 headshots, and
Master the headshot.
yeah. So,
It is fantastic. Okay, I have a bonus.
oh, seriously, what a surprise!
Yeah, I have a bonus top moment for me, and that was no theme song intro in this episode. That theme song is about as good as hot garbage on a hot summer day that you fall in.
Yeah, and then you're never able to wash that smell off.
No. Matter of fact, I used to work at a job where I went to a lot of convenience stores
Uh-huh.
in really nasty ass neighborhoods.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
disgusting neighborhoods. And I had this one store where a dude would literally take a dump right next to the entrance of the 7-Eleven, like on a regular basis.
And didn't he smear that on the side of the 7-Eleven too?
I think that was his version of wiping,
Yeah.
was smearing it. And that normal Fear the Walking Dead intro is pretty much on the same level of stepping in that dude's shit each and every week. So
Oh, man.
it was so glorious to not have that screeching intro. It was so glorious that I even took it out of the beginning of our podcast. So yeah, that was my bonus. And that's also why I'm going to give this episode 3.25 bacons.
All right.
I gave the episode on our podcast a 2.75, but I think I'm going to throw it that extra half bacon because of the lack of intro. Overall, the episode had some good moments. It still had some moments that kind of get me down about Fear the Walking Dead. The fact that I don't feel like there's any real danger for our characters. I just want them to kill one of them off. I want to know that it's possible on this show for one of our core group of characters to get killed off. And I'm not talking about Liza. She wasn't around long enough. Nobody cared about Liza.
Oh, that's so evil for you to say that.
I know. And
But you want to know what's even more evil?
What's
I
that?
want them to kill all of them off except for Nick. That's how much.
man, so how many bacons did you give this episode?
Okay, sometimes I do my bacons on just like overall TV viewing, but I decided I'm just going to base this totally on other Fear the Walking Dead episodes. And because that opening was so amazing, I'm going to go ahead and give it 3.5 bacons.
Wow.
That's a pretty good score.
That is. I think that's an excellent score for Fear the Walking Dead. I think you're right in line with most critics of the show. It's getting there. Slowly. I mean,
Yeah.
we're at a snail's pace of getting there, and we only have a couple of episodes left in this front half of season 2. So I'm hoping Connor comes out, and is a really, really evil bad guy. I still don't know, because we had that moment where Reed tells the group that Connor is a good leader but lacks the stomach for this new world. So I'm kind of worried about Connor as a villain too now.
Yeah.
I
think Reed is going to be your Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, damn Backstreet Boy is the worst villain in the show.
I think
that's not good, people.
Yeah, and you'll have to listen to our podcast to understand what we're talking about when we call him a Backstreet Boy.
Yes, exactly. So we want to know your thoughts on the episode, though. So in the comments down below, what were some of your favorite moments from the episode? Did you like it more than us? Are you still trying to warm up to Fear the Walking Dead, or are you fully on board with the show? We want to know your thoughts. So put them all in that little comment box down below.
Say how many bacons you're going to give.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give us your bacon score.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You can give it out of 5. If you feel really generous, you can give as many bacons as you like to this episode of Fear the Walking Dead. But thanks so much for joining us as we talk Fear the Walking Dead. And we'll be back next week for more.
Bye.